Wall Street lost ground on Tuesday as investors closed the book on a remarkable year for equities. The U.S. stock market was powered to record highs by the twin engines of the artificial intelligence boom and the U.S. Federal Reserve's first interest rate cuts in 3.5 years. For the last trading session of 2024, the Dow Jones Industrial Average slipped marginally, while the S&P 500 dropped 0.4% and the Nasdaq fell 0.9. But for the entire year, the Dow advanced 13%, while the S&P jumped 23%, and the Nasdaq surged nearly 29%. It is the home of the Magnificent Seven mega-cap technology stocks, which had a solid 2024, led by AI chipmaker NVIDIA, which soared 170%. Other asset classes had a strong year too, including gold, which climbed 27% in price for its best annual performance since 2010. And Bitcoin more than doubled, topping $100,000 at one point. Bonrian Capital Management founder and CEO Shana Orzik-Sizzle explains why she thinks they had a strong 2024.
Bitcoin's really a risk asset. Actually, crypto in general is what I consider a risk asset. It's a benefactor of the desire to take on risk, as we have had the Fed cutting rates and favorable economic conditions. That's favorable for risk assets. Whereas gold is more of an inflation hedge, as we continue to see that inflation has come down, but not necessarily to the levels that the Fed is targeting. Gold plays an important role in hedging against inflation. So they're actually playing two different roles and complementary in many ways.
She remains positive on both assets for 2025, but favors Bitcoin. Sissel also sees stocks having another favorable year, but thinks double-digit gains will be hard to reach. Investors are eyeing stretched valuations and uncertainties surrounding tax and tariff policies from the incoming administration of President-elect Donald Trump. And financial markets are now pricing in about 50 basis points of additional interest rate cuts from the Federal Reserve in 2025.